Hi, I'm Mark.
And I'm Jamie.
Welcome to another episode of Hanging Out with Mark and Jamie.
Today we were expecting to go flying and bring you along with us, but the weather's not cooperating, and we'll show you what we're finding here. And I've got Mark here. He's on my iPad. We're doing a FaceTime. There we go.
Yeah, we're using FaceTime this time because we live in two different places, and well, before we were going to head out to go flying, the first thing you got to do is check the weather. So we did that independently.
I have the weather on from FlightAware for our airport, which is Anoka Airport, K-A-N-E, for those pilots out there. And it looks like it's MVFR, and that means Marginal Visual Flight Rules. And Zippo, can you tell why it's MVFR?
Okay, yeah, let me talk about that a little bit more. So we've got the weather up here in front of us. I've brought it up on the screen. One of the things we look at is we look at the ceiling height, that's the cloud height, and the visibility, when we have 10 miles of visibility. The next, which is a rather important key component, and that's the cloud height. Right now, the cloud height is overcast at 1,900 feet. Jamie, back to you. Anything you want to add?
No, I think it's probably time to call the airport and call the instructor and make another plan. All right, we're going flying today. Mark's on his way over, so I'll pull out my materials. Hey, come on in.
Hey, all right.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Ready to go flying?
I am. I'm just going over my equipment.
Okay.
And I have a big box with a lot of books, but here's my flight bag.
Okay.
You got your stuff?
Yeah, I got my stuff.
All right, let's take a look.
Yeah. You know, just not necessarily to compare, but just to make sure we got everything we need here.
His stuff is better than mine.
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. I got a pair of David Clark headsets.
I did the same David Clark's.
And, you know, these are important because the airplane's loud. And
Right.
You can't hear yourself think if you don't have this on. It also connects to the intercom. That's a really great thing, so we can talk to each other.
Right.
That's a key thing.
It's got a microphone.
And it has a microphone, and then we can talk to air traffic control as well. I also have a two-way radio. This is an aviation radio.
And that's a NAVCOM.
This is a NAVCOM. Yep. And this actually can be set to the station for a variety of different things. ATIS, which is the Automated Terminal Information System.
Let's get some light over here. I don't have one of these. These are really cool. It's a pretty heavy thing, but it gives a lot of information.
Yeah, and so what, you know, I have lost communication. I've lost radios before, so.
I haven't had that happen.
Yeah, and where I didn't have a radio, I couldn't talk to air traffic control, and you really want to have one of these things if that happens.
Then you gotta, some maps. Maps used to be the way of the world. They're not anymore. Your iPad now is the way of the world.
Right.
So, the reason we get to do this today, I think I might have mentioned, is my cool girlfriend gave me a 1-hour flight at the local FBO, fixed base operator, the local, I don't know, gas station, I guess you'd call it. All right, it's time to check the weather here. But this is what we're looking at right here. This is the terminal area forecast. We're VFR. Wind direction is 40, but it's at 6 knots. That's barely a puff of wind. Scattered and broken at 11,000. We're good. 10 miles. We're good to go. That's a good weather report. That's a flying day, right? Would you agree?
I definitely would agree.
All right, let's do it.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, we are.
I'm Beth.
Hi, Beth.
And you're Chuck, and you're Beth?
Correct.
You're going to be our instructor
Yes.
today. What do we do to start?
Well, what we'll do, we'll just get the airplane ready, we'll come up with a plan, and then we'll be good to fly.
We're both instrument rated, but neither of us have been in the air for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it's been almost a year for me. So yeah,
I'd say it's like riding a bike, but it's not.
yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Mostly I want to do maneuvers.
Okay.
I'd like to allow enough time to do 3 landings.
Okay.
If we can fit it in, I develop residential real estate. I'd like to see a project that I did in Lino and one I'm doing in Columbus. So yeah, if we can take off, get to altitude, do a couple of maneuvers. Yeah.
That sounds like a plan to you?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome.
As a warming blanket.
And we have the block heater there as well.
All right.
Yeah, a little bit of one anyway. So perfect. So what we always do too is it's hard to remember all of these things, right?
Oh, right.
So one of the big things that pilots use are checklists. So we've got a checklist for our pre-flight, we've got a checklist for starting the engine, we've got a checklist for once we get up into the run-up area.
We go around the airplane with all of these, and since I'm the pilot, everybody else gets in the airplane, and I get to stay out in the cold.
We have the checklist here. We've done the exterior checklist. Now we do an interior checklist. Whenever you're getting ready to fly, you do 3 checks. You do one by walking around the plane when it's off. You do a second when you start up here, and you do a third at the end of the runway before you take off to make sure everything's running.
Okay.
And what you're going to do is when you advance the mags, slowly put in on the mixture.
All right.
Perfect.
Information India 15401040 visibility 10. Sky clear. Temperature -12, dew point -18, altimeter 3018.
Anoka Ground, this is Cessna 208 Sierra Papa with India at Twin City to taxi to the active runway for a departure to the north. This is my first flight in about 4 years.
208 Sierra Papa, Anoka, taxi to runway 36, Foxtrot, Charlie and Alpha 1, welcome back.
We got the brakes, got my toes on them, flight controls. Fuel quantity.
So that's in the upper left there, so we're full on both.
Full. A mixture is rich. Anoka Tower 208 Sierra Papa, ready, holding short at 36.
208 Sierra Papa, hold short, landing traffic.
Hold short.
North departures approved, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 208 Sierra Papa.
Alright, here we go. We'll go power to full. I like to put my heels on the floor too, just to ensure that I'm not hitting the brake on accident. One more little look at the engine gauges. They're all green. Our airspeed is alive. We're shooting for 55 on our rotation. And there we are. We're at rotation speed. Excellent job.
And we're in the air.
Excellent job. We're at 95 knots, 700 feet per minute. So I'm ready when you are.
Alright, here we go. Yeah, I was not following my visual cues. I can tell you that right now.
Perfect. Give me a little bit more back pressure now.
It's on brake, actually.
Okay. And try to maintain that 3,500 here. Perfect. Now you can go 10 degrees of flaps. And now we can go to 30 degrees of flaps. Now push down a little bit for me. Perfect. So kind of like we're just coming in. Now we'll pull back a little bit. Yeah, keep it back a little bit. There we go, full power. Excellent, excellent job. So I don't know if you can actually see the airport is right on the other side of the lake there. Okay. Yeah, they've done a lot of nice work there.
They have. It's a beautiful airport now.
Fleming traffic, Caravan 503.
Anoka Tower, Cessna 208, Sierra Papa. We are circling over our destination right now. bank. Forest Lake traffic, Cessna 2080 Papa is turning final for 31, Forest Lake. Put in the last notch of flaps. Got 3 of 4 lights, so it's here.
We're already pulled out
a little bit. There we go. That's okay. Oh, I like it. I like it. I like it. Oh, excellent. Notch of flaps. There we go. There we go. Got the runway in sight, so you make that turn to final when you see fit. Really nice. Really nice.
I'm here in the back, and we are going to get towed back to the FBO because we believe the nose wheel is flat. And they got a little buggy over here. I'm going to flip the camera around in a second so you can have a look. So they brought a four-wheeler over here, put us on a dolly, and they're going to tow us back.
And here's our dilemma here. We taxied in, we landed just fine. We were coming off of the active runway and it started wobbling and bouncing on us. And what we got was a flat tire.
All right, Mark and Jamie back. We finished our flight. We've come in. We're in the hangar, trying to get it warmed up a little bit.
It wasn't cold in the airplane, so that was fine.
No, Jamie did great. He flew really well.
It was fun. It was a good day.
I was really impressed.
It was a good day to be in. And you know, in the cold, it flies so much better than it does in the summer. It still flies well in the summer, but it just flies that much more efficiently in the winter.
If you enjoyed what you see, please hit like, and also please subscribe to see more.